Since there's so many educators using their power to abuse children, I'm just going to make a segment. So let's start off with Sydney Graff. Sydney Graff is a 5th grade teacher that was facing allegations of sending sexually explicit messages to her student. This was during a virtual day of learning. Displayed on the screen is one of the text messages that she sent to the 5th grader. Even though she was facing these charges, her school announced that they were keeping her on as a staff. They were just going to move her to a position where she didn't have direct contact with children. Her charges have recently upgraded to essay and sodomy of a minor. This is Christopher Baylor, and he was an educator for a couple years. This was until one of his victims' parents came forward and reported him. And after he was reported, many more minors came forward with reports too. It was revealed that he was exposing minors to adult films and he was essaying them. But even though most pedos only get a slap on the wrist, he was sentenced to 60 years. And this is Laura, a New Jersey teacher, and she was accused of not only essaying a minor, but having one of the minor's babies. She was an elementary school teacher for 11 years. But she had been essaying her victim since he was 11 years old. The child was actually living with her from the years of 2016 to 2020. And this is when the abuse was happening. And at some point she got pregnant and had a child by the minor. Many people had questions on why the parents were okay with this. Just load the wood chipper for everybody involved. A White Pass School District superintendent has been suspended pending CSAM charges. He was arrested January 13th and they're accusing him of not only possessing CSAM, but distributing it. The suspect is 52-year-old Gregory Teal. The police haven't confirmed yet whether or not it was any of the students at his school. He was using multiple different social media accounts with different names to be incognito. The CSAM involved young boys involved in sexual acts. Police were able to trace all of this back to his IP address, and then he was arrested. This is Rebecca Joynes, and she was a teacher until she was caught having sexual relations with young schoolboys. Since the boys are minors, they were identified as Victim A and Victim B. Victim A lied to his mother and asked if he could stay after school with his friend. But he actually got picked up by Rebecca. She went and bought him a Gucci belt, which you can see in this video. She's buying him the Gucci belt. After she bought Victim A the belt, they went back to her residence where they had sex twice. Victim A's mother noticed a bite on his neck. And this led to the angry mother showing up at the school and calling the police and putting in a report. This led to Rebecca being arrested, but she was let out on bail with one condition, that she didn't speak to minors. But Rebecca soon started talking to another minor, which was Victim B, on Snapchat. Later on, police found out that she not only had sex with Victim B multiple times, but she was pregnant with Victim B's baby. She was rearrested because she didn't follow her bail agreement, which was to not speak to minors again. But Victim B talked about how much of a mental toll it took on him because he didn't get to know anything about his baby. It was alleged that she was in a courtroom laughing at times. It didn't seem like she showed much remorse. She was ultimately charged with 4 counts of essay of a minor. She was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. We're on Facebook and we're on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And always remember, you are worth it. And I'll see you in the next case.